definitely a control freak and have a little bit of a perfectionist, but I think I'm gonna let it go completely, hands off in the tent. Whatever happens, happens. I'll just let it be. My family is great. They're super supportive. I'm always like just whipping up stuff, and then I'll show up like 5 hours later to my sister, to my boyfriend, like, can you please try this and tell me how it is, please? I work at 2 research labs, and I'm going back to do my master's in September. Hope to have a focus on data science in healthcare. I treat everything like an experiment. So that's why I don't get defeated when I fail, because scientists fail all the time. I love to be creative, doing things with my hands. Like ever since I was really young, I love drawing, painting, and I started learning a new instrument. It's called guzheng. I find it super peaceful. I really enjoy playing the music.
Hello, Lisa.
Hello, Cristina. Long time no see.
I know, right? Like it's been what? Like
5 minutes? 2 minutes?
Oh,
That's what happens when you're recording 3 episodes pretty much back to back to back.
Four episodes.
4 episodes in
4 hours.
Yeah.
We've been busy.
Wow.
Busy.
High five.
High five to you too.
Very well done.
Yeah. That was awesome.
Slapped me in the face.
Did this. Because originally I did this, but then you can't really see that because I'm going to your
up top.
Up top. There you go.
There we go. Nice.
Anyhow.
Yes. I think we're getting caught up with our interviews now, because we just had a lovely interview today with Jennifer Tsang, who was you look so sad already.
I know. I was really hoping that we didn't have to talk to her until next week.
I know, but we've hoped that about everybody.
That's so true.
Yeah.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. And I think that's the toughest thing about this season is like every single one of those bakers this season were so incredible.
Talented, so memorable, so enjoyable. Yeah.
Yeah. Fun to watch, inspiring to see what they did week after week. Their creativity was next level. I mean, what a season it has been. I can only imagine. I mean, how fabulous the season's been up until this point. Like, what is the season finale going to be like? Like,
it's going to be
my mind. Yeah, my mind is blown already. I'm in awe of everything up till this point. So what is next week going to look like?
It's going to be looking awesome.
I think
very exciting.
I am excited
to be there.
Yes. And we get to actually meet Jennifer on next Sunday, because we have been invited to a very special watch party, celebrating
finale
Joe.
Watch party,
in the finale. So so I'm looking forward to actually meeting her in real life. But what a pleasure it is to be able to chat with her today. A little bittersweet, as you know, because we didn't want to do it this early, but we're so happy that she was able to fit us in her busy schedule to connect with us for a quick chat today about her experience and her journey in that tent.
Yes. So let's get on with it, shall we?
We shall. Without further ado, let's welcome in Jennifer.
Welcome, Jennifer.
Hello.
Hi, how are you guys?
Good. How are you?
I'm pretty good. I just finished my classes like 5 minutes ago, and then I just went to next door and took an empty classroom.
Thank you so much for joining us to chat with us today.
Oh, no worries. I was so looking forward to this.
Awesome. Well, a little bittersweet for us, because we were hoping to chat with you next week, not this week.
But it's all good. You're in a treat for next week as well for the 3 of them. So yeah.
Well, we're very much, we're looking forward to seeing you on Sunday.
Yes.
At the finale.
Oh yeah. Joe told me she invited you guys. I'm very excited to meet you guys in person.
Oh, it's going to be wonderful. Well, it's going to be so great to just be there and experience it with everybody else who's, been part of it. So
yeah, super exciting. And to be able to meet you. And I think Dan's going to be there as well on Sunday. So that'd be nice. And maybe a few other past alumni, who knows?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Because it is kind of last minute, because we're not able to invite anyone before the episode comes out. So we'll see who can make it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it'll be really, really fun.
I think
Oh,
so too.
absolutely. And what an honor it is for us to be included in such a special day to celebrate not only Joe for her fabulous run in the tent, but also you and Dan as well for making it into the Great Canadian Baking Show season 9. 3 BC bakers.
I know it's kind of crazy. We kind of like met the first time on the plane to
Oh,
Toronto. And then yeah, I did not expect all three of us from Vancouver, to be honest, because I know like usually there will be three. I won't be surprised if it was from like Ontario because there's so many
mhm.
people.
Yeah.
Right.
But I guess just too many talents in BC.
There really are. And,
Sure.
you know, you think about the winners that have come from BC as well. I mean, when you look at it, we bat over our or what's the phrase I'm looking for? So we're batting over our
Average.
average. Yeah, there's a
For
I don't know.
sure.
That's a
I'm just,
sports.
you
I
know
don't
what?
know
There's
sports analogies.
Me neither.
We do
yeah.
sportsing things really
So
well.
I'm sorry, not very well at all, because I kind of just like that was brutal. But you know what I mean. We're batting way above our batting average.
There you go.
Yes, yes,
So yes,
exactly.
which is awesome. And it's so
Very
great to
true.
see. And you're so right. There's so much great talent out of BC. And you are a fine example of that as well. So
Oh, thank you.
yeah, how
Oh,
fun it was to watch you do your stuff in that tent this
I
season.
had I had so much fun doing it. Like it was honestly like before walking to the tent, I knew I was pretty creative as a person, I guess. And I do come from an artistic background, so it's easier for me to bring out that side. But I also never imagined half the things I would create, honestly, like normally, right? So I thought
yeah.
it was a really, really like fun opportunity given to be able to develop all those recipes and like and the culinary crew was kind of like insanely supportive too. Like any crazy idea you have, they're like, yep, we could get it for you and you can do it. And we're just like, okay, okay.
Oh,
So it
fun.
was actually like dream come true.
No kidding. Well, let's rewind a bit and tell us how you got started baking in the first place.
Yeah, I kind of started when I was really, really young, maybe like elementary school. Like it was one of the classes we had where like we had to teach everyone in the class how to do something. And then I was like, okay, I'll teach everyone how to make muffins. And it started with like cake mixes I would buy from like Superstore. And then I think like I always love watching like cooking videos. I find them like really soothing and like I
Yeah.
just like to watch it for fun. And then after watching all like cooking and then baking videos, I kind of started like transitioning from cake mix to like baking from scratch. And I love like honestly, I love making food for people more than eating it myself.
Mm,
I
yeah.
really find joy in that. So like all of high school, like, you know, so many friends and like teachers, I was just like anytime like for Christmas or there's like a sport event, I was just like bake for people. And then because of that, I was able to get a lot of just like baking experience in.
Mm.
And because you're young, like even like whatever you make, people love it anyways. And
Yeah.
so and like my family too is so supportive. Like my mom and my sister, like when I first made macarons for the first time, actually, no. I think I failed for like 6 months or like almost a year before I got the feats in. But every single time they would eat it all. I think like if my family was like, oh, they don't want to eat it, they just throw it away, then I don't think I'll be encouraged to want to make more. But every
Right.
single time, even though like it doesn't turn out the perfect way it should be, they're like they just eat it all up and they would tell me like how good it was. So I think it's because of that that like kind of kept pushing me forward to learn.
Encouragement.
And
Yeah.
exactly, exactly. And I was actually, I love watching you guys, the podcast and the video. So I remember I was watching Dom's 2 weeks ago. I remember him saying like, he loves trying out new recipes. And that's same for me as well. Like in high school, it's just like, I had so much time in high school too. You don't do much in high school and you just like study and like stuff.
Yeah.
So I just love trying different recipes and it just kind of grew from that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
How
you like cooking a lot too, don't you?
I do. I do love cooking, and it's also kind of started because my mom is not the best cook. So, like she makes like a couple dishes and then she just makes those and those are good. But then she's not um nowadays with like the internet and like recipes, like it's so easy to learn. She's gotten a lot better. But before she would just like make the same dishes. And then if I ever wanted to try something new, I would just have to make it myself. And I don't mind. And then of course comes back. I had a lot of time back then. And then so yeah, I just started. I love making it. And then it kind of transitioned to like nowadays in the house, I cook more. I think I cook one of the most. Um, yeah. And my mom
Oh
will like
yeah.
in the morning, she'll like take out the meat and then she's like, I defrosted some steak or like chicken. And I was like, okay. And
Yeah, exactly. What's for dinner?
They
yeah,
expect you to make something out of it.
It's like, I'm
yeah,
hoping you knew.
Well, I know
yeah.
when we were worrying about you only eating ramen, and you're like, "It's okay."
You've
Oh
Put
got
all
it.
this
You've
other
yeah.
got
stuff
it.
in my
Yeah.
ramen, and I saw some of the things that you had put on your Instagram that you've been cooking, and I was like, "Oh, she was fine.
It was totally fine.
I didn't
Yeah.
have to go mama bear worrying about
No,
Don't worry, I survived university cooking for myself.
surviving university
sounds
and the
good.
tent. It's quite amazing."
Yeah. And it
Thank
sounds
you.
like you took full advantage of that extra time that you had during high school to do something really amazing and productive and fun, and obviously led you to eventually get into the Great Canadian Baking Show tent. So tell us about making that decision to actually apply for the show and getting in.
Yeah, for sure. It was so spontaneous. One of my best friends from high school, she also ended up being my university roommate because we
Oh,
went to
fun.
the same school. So she always knew like that I love baking, and then she also kind of bakes on the side too. And she's been watching the Great Canadian Baking Show since she was young, so she was like a huge fan. And then it was like 2 years ago during like around Christmas time, she sent me this Instagram post. She's like, "Oh my God, you should apply for the show." And I was like, I've never heard of it because I don't watch a lot of like um shows to be honest. I watch a lot of Chinese drama and Korean drama,
And
K-drama.
K-drama,
I don't
yeah.
watch any shows. And I was like, okay, sure. And I was like, can you go with me though? Like I only go if you go with me. And she's like, sure. And then so she literally went just for me. But she was a huge fan of Bruno. And we met Bruno that day. Bruno actually came to the audition that so we took a picture with him. So it was a
So
win-win.
cool.
But yeah, it's all because of her. Her name's Vaishu. I'll send her a link. Maybe she can watch it. And then she was actually the one that helped me. Do you guys remember for week 3 carnival week for my mochi donuts? And I had this
Yes.
display board. It was made by her dad.
Oh,
Her
Oh,
dad
cool.
made
That
it from
was
scratch
love
and it
that.
was able to fold it like flat completely too. And then I can assemble it. So I brought that from Vancouver to Toronto. Yeah, yeah,
It
it was
was
because of her.
beautiful.
Thank you. Her dad. It was all her dad. Yeah. She sent me the link. She even went with me, brought an item to that she baked as well, just to go with me to the
oh,
audition. And then yeah, that was kind of what happened. So we went together and then it was 2 years ago, last year audition, and then I applied. I did the bake along, but I didn't make it to the final stage. So this year I was like, sure, might as well, because I was already doing a whole bunch of like grad school applications. What's one more application?
yeah.
And I was like, I'm young, like Jen, she applied for 8 years, like from the previous season. I can apply till I'm 40. I have so many years. Eventually, I'll make it, right? So I was like,
That's a perfect way of
Oh,
looking at it.
but
yeah,
but
exactly.
but you got the call and you made it in, and you were the youngest contestant this season.
Yeah, it was kind of an amazing experience. And to be honest, I love being the baby of the group because everyone kind of adopted me like as their daughter and
Oh,
sister.
Sweet.
Yeah, I just got looked after by everybody. It was really nice.
oh, that's wonderful. And I bet your mom felt good knowing that everybody was taking care of you.
Oh yeah, for sure. But then my mom was like, she didn't want to give me any pressure during the whole like filming, so she didn't really ask me any questions. But as I filled her in after, like we'll watch the show every week, and then yeah, I'm gonna bring her on Sunday too, and then
Oh,
Oh,
awesome.
nice. Oh, she'll
So
have
yeah,
cool.
fun.
yeah,
That'll
Yeah.
be
for sure.
wonderful.
Oh,
So, what did you tell everybody when you went away to Toronto?
To be honest, well, obviously my employers, I just told them the truth. And the professor I was working with in my research lab, I told him, and he's actually in my bio.
oh,
It's a
cool.
really,
Oh,
really short snip of him. But yeah, he's
oh,
actually in my bio. And then for other friends, I didn't really say much. I kind
Mhm.
of just like poof. disappeared. I mean, I didn't know how long I was gonna be gone for. And then people would ask Arnold, my boyfriend, they're like, "Where's Jen?" And he was like, he would be like, "Oh, she went to Toronto." And they'd be like, "Okay," and he just doesn't elaborate more. He just stops there. And he's like a typical software engineer, they don't talk much. And so people didn't really expect him to ask more questions either. So yeah, and
That
then
works out
so no
well.
one really knew. No one really knew what I was doing. They just knew I was like gone. And I was like, yeah. And then when I came back to, they're like, "Oh, what are you doing?" I was like, "Oh, like just like sightseeing,
Yeah.
visiting people." Yeah.
I bet you didn't have a lot of time for sightseeing when you were there.
Oh no, not at all. It was, yeah, but it's okay. I've
Yeah.
been before, so it was nice.
Yeah, nice. And you said you actually met Dan and Joe on the flight to Toronto. So how did
Yes.
you guys put it together that you were all going to the Great Canadian Baking Show? Like, had you met at the auditions previously and recognized each other, or you're
So
just all friendly
apparently,
and started talking to each other because you were waiting at the in the lounge or whatever?
yeah. So that's the funniest thing. I don't know. I think Dan said he also applied like last year,
Yeah.
but he was pretty shy, he said. And I was also really shy. I think I talked to like maybe two people the whole like 8 hours I was there sitting. And I think Joe, it might have been her first year applying. I'm not too sure, like going. So I don't think I met her the year before. And I didn't go to the open call this year because it was during Chinese New Year. So
Uh,
I just did it online. So I actually have never met them. And then it's when I checked in online, so for our flight, and then there says my name and two others because you book in the same itinerary. I didn't think
um,
much though. I was like, no way. Like they were being so secret about like whoever is from, like if there's anybody from Vancouver, like and how many people. So I didn't really expect much. I was like, okay, I'll hop on a plane. I thought I saw names, but I was like, oh, maybe they're like crew members that are also traveling
right.
or something.
Yeah,
So I
because you
didn't think
don't know they
much.
could be part of the staff, the production
Exactly.
team. Yeah.
Exactly. And then I got on the airplane, I sat down, and this guy next to me taps me on the shoulder. He's like, "Are you Jennifer?" And I was like, "Who is this guy? Like, how do you know my name?" Like, and then he was like, "We're on the," and he looked around, whispers to me, "On the baking show together. I'm Dan." And I was like, "Oh, that's me."
How did he know?
Because he like
It's not his
looked at because the
itinerary.
itinerary, and I
This
guess
is tough.
he put the pieces together. Yeah, I did. I was like, "Oh, so that's what those people are." They were, and he's like, "Yeah, I think we have one more too." And then like, so Joe sat like the row behind, so we all sat next to each other. He's like, "Oh, that's," and then Joe came by with her like beautiful presents, yellow coat. Like who wears like a trench, like a nice coat on an airplane? I'm in like full on sweatsuit.
Travel clothes, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
She's like
Joe
nice.
does.
Yeah, sneakers, coat, everything so put together. And
Oh
then I was
man.
like, damn, these people, I'm competing against these people. And then yeah, so that's and then like literally right away, and also like yeah, I'm sure you met Dan, you know how talkative he is. So like we talked during the whole thing. The one point where the flight attendant had to tell us like, "Yo, can you guys like quiet down?"
Oh, really?
Because they were trying to do the safety instructions. But Dan was just so excited. And
No
then
kidding.
like because also we've been like practicing for the show, but we couldn't obviously we couldn't tell anybody and we
Ah,
couldn't even talk to the other bakers too. Like a lot of times we'd be like struggling from a busy schedule, like trying to brainstorm ideas. We're stressed because like you would think you have a lot of time to prep, like, but it's actually not when you're trying to like come up with all these ideas from scratch. So we're just full on like going like just talking, getting to know each other. It was yeah, really, really fun. But that day, I think that day I slept 2 hours that night
oh,
because I was trying to last minute bake and pack. I think I packed at 6 a.m. and my flight was like, or I packed at 4 a.m. and my flight was like in the morning. So yeah, so I was like so tired. But then, so like I
And
took a little nap, but they kept talking the whole
I was
flight to
going to say,
Toronto
you're probably thinking, oh, great, I've got like 5 hours of nap
to
time
catch
on
up
the
on
flight.
sleep.
And then Dan ruined that for you.
No, and then
oh,
I was like, oh, I was like, should I sleep? I was so tired, but I was like, oh, what if they think I'm like so mean or like cold? Like I don't want to talk to them. Like it's
yeah,
not.
no.
Like I'm just really tired.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh,
It's that combination, right? Because you're exhausted, but your adrenaline and your excitement were
Yeah.
probably also so high. So you're like, even if you tried to sleep, you would probably just be like, "Oh, what about this thing? Let's talk about this." And
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
and then you
Exactly.
Oh,
get there, and then you get to go see the tent for the first time and meet all the other bakers and meet Bruno and Kyla and Anne and Alan. That must have just been so surreal. But I don't know, had you actually watched any of the show at that point?
Yes, yes.
Okay, good.
During
I'm
my
glad.
application, I did have to watch because I mean, you got to talk about why you want to be in the show. You can't be like, I've never watched the show before, but it is a really nice show. I do love the show, and yeah. So I watched quite a few seasons, like last year when I applied, and also caught up on the new season this year,
mhm.
and also watched the previous ones like even further back as well. And also like to take inspiration to like from other
Yes,
people's faith, kind of see the workflow. Had to do
yeah,
my
Yeah.
research.
Yes.
yes,
So I
fair enough.
did.
Well,
Yeah.
we were talking with Margaret earlier, and she was
Hmm.
talking about how she had decided to watch a bunch of seasons, like start at the beginning of season one and watch all the way through. And she started watching, and then she was like, I can't do that. I can't bake like they can. So she stopped watching completely.
I
And
don't think I watched too much like during the practice, like after I found I got
right,
in, because I
once
got
you knew
really
you were on.
stressed. Yeah, I would like put myself in there and I got really, really stressed. And then like honestly, like a little bit after too, I couldn't watch the show. I would just be too stressed thinking
Mm.
about it. Like I'll be like sitting and it's like really cold in a hotel room. I start watching an episode and I start sweating.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh boy. Yeah.
Um,
yeah,
but
that's true.
now I can. Now I
Good.
can.
Good. Now
Now
you
it's
can
all over.
relax and really take it in and enjoy it all.
I'm gonna enjoy the next episode.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet.
That's
Oh,
so
it's going to be so fun.
how's that been? Because you're practicing 6 weeks prior to getting into the tent. You're in the tent. You obviously had such a beautiful run on the show. Unfortunately, just like yeah, just shy of getting into that finale. But and then you had the whole summer off.
Mhm.
So you go from all of this intense activity for,
Oh.
12 weeks, 3 months of your life there. And
Yeah.
then it's like you're back home and you can't talk about anything until you get really, the names get released and all the bakers are introduced and that kind of stuff. So you had like what, 3 months before that happens?
Yes,
How
for
was
sure.
that?
So honestly, it's a part that like I think people kind of overlook. I think especially the emotion we go through, like being in the tent, obviously it's like peak adrenaline to flying back home and trying to pretend like nothing happened to your friends and family too. Like I mean friends like family, I guess you can tell them,
Mhm.
but friends like you kind of just pretend nothing happened. And it was pretty hard, especially because you're also very excited to share this news.
Yeah.
But that was really hard. So I kind of like I had just distracted myself with other activity, and it was also really easy because it was summer. Like my friends and I would do a lot of sports. I play ultimate twice a week in the ultimate league. We do like badminton, bouldering, running, pickleball. Pickleball is so popular
Yeah.
right now in Vancouver.
I
Just
love
like yeah,
pickleball.
basically
Yep.
I was out almost every day, just doing sports or like working and seeing friends. I think that kind of helps. And also like our bakers chat, even though we're not allowed to add each other on Instagram, we had our WhatsApp chat that like everyone's like constantly on talking. So I think that's kind of what helped get me through it. And
Mhm.
then September school started for me. I got so busy, kind of forgot about it until the announcement. So honestly, by the time the announcement came out, I've already feel like I've lived a full cycle of emotions and I've came back to square one already. And now, because this week the episode that just came out, and a lot of my classmates actually watch it too, and they're all like, yeah, messaging me, and my profs too. the
You're so
the
Fun.
direct,
famous.
yeah, the co-director of my program messaged me, and it's just kind of crazy. And then so, but for me, like I feel like I've already lived through this twice, so
Mhm.
I yeah, I just feel very calm about it, I guess. But it's really nice to see everyone's emotions and reactions to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot. It's amazing how like obviously we've chatted a tiny little bit on Instagram, but we haven't met in person. But how attached we have gotten
Mm.
to you, like watching
Mhm.
you and being like feeling so like how Joe was saying that she feels like she's kind of your mom, right? And we're like so protective of you in a way. Like when I send you that message saying I'm ugly crying right now, like really, I'm gonna send you the video that I took because I was
You're
like,
not
I
the
can't.
first person that sent me pictures of them ugly
All
crying.
right,
Aw,
see, people love you.
yeah,
Oh,
You
thank
have like
so
you.
much
burrowed
emotion.
into people's hearts, right? It's lovely that you've been able to affect people that way. Like your smile, just
Mhm.
the joy on your face, it just warmed my heart every time I saw it on my screen. So yeah,
Yeah,
you
Oh,
lit up that
absolutely.
TV screen.
thank
Absolutely
you.
endearing. And yeah, it was so easy to from your first bake to your last bake in the tent. It was like Lisa said, it was so hard not to fall in love with you because you're just so sweet and creative and you're adorably cute too. Like in terms of like all of your little like commentary and your banter, especially between you and Anne, it was just so cute, right? And then I think for me, the scene that I was like ugly crying was when you burnt your hand
Oh
and
yeah.
then Joe came over to you and like, can I give you a hug? And and she's like, oh, you're really hurt. And that caring and that I'm tearing up now. Damn it.
Oh,
But it was just this like just one of the sweetest moments I
Hmm.
think that I saw and yeah, you could just feel that love, and it came right through the screen.
Hmm.
Honestly, it was just so special, and
Yeah.
for
You were,
sure.
you were being
I
so
think
strong.
oh yeah, that was something. But I mean, it was a lot of adrenaline, so
Yeah.
definitely got through it. But I think that is one of the best parts of this show. I think like besides the baking, it's just the people, like
Mhm.
on screen, the bakers, as well as the crew, like off screen. Like they gave us so much support, the cast, the camera people, everybody, that we are truly able to just be ourselves. They really try to make us as comfortable as possible, even though we are in a tent,
Yeah.
to give us a place, a safe place to be ourselves. And all the bakers too, like it's so amazing. It's kind of insane. Um, Such nice people. And then like a lot of times I was like kind of sad that I didn't get in last season. But like I feel like sometimes the the plan is just perfect, like how it
Mm.
lines up. Like meeting these all the bakers this season, I wouldn't trade that with anything for sure.
Yeah,
No,
Yeah.
like this was supposed to be your season.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And like I love that everyone's personality just clicked. Like
hmm
everybody, everywhere we went, it was always all of us. And if you and I guess like yeah, like on the downtimes, like during filming, like long hours of film, like 12, 14 hours a day, like it's just nonstop talking because we're not allowed phones. You just sit there
Yeah.
and you just talk to each other. And yeah, the bonds you build, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
It's
That is so
wonderful.
wonderful. It's so cool to, not only experience all of the learning along the way, living out a dream of being in that tent, but then you come away with so much more in terms of this entire new family of baker friends and then beyond that, you're going to be introduced to the extension of that, which is all the other great Canadian baking
The
shows
other 80
whatnot.
bakers.
And
Yeah.
and then again, the wealth of knowledge that you have there is just so incredible. Like, and yeah, and I don't know about you, like, do you have any other baking friends in like your general circle of friends that you can
Not
geek out with?
really.
No.
No. So that was like what made it extra special, I guess. But obviously, like, there's still a lot of things I didn't know. Like, first day, like, Dan and Cavi, they were like the bread people. They were talking about like hydrations of their bread. And I was like, I've never heard that word used in that context before. So, like, yeah, we're all experts in different areas, I would
Yeah.
Mhm.
say.
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
learn so much from each other during
so
that time
much.
that you're there together. And I
Yeah.
know that our boys, Vincent and Stephen, are very much looking forward to meeting you and welcoming all of you from this season into the Big Baker chat. and being able to bounce ideas off each other and ask all those questions that we've, had burning as we've been watching during this season.
Yeah, for sure. I'm so excited to meet
Oh,
even more of the other
yes.
bakers too.
Oh,
Yeah.
so much so.
So cool. So so in your time in the tent, was there anything that really surprised you about the whole experience that you thought obviously you're very well prepared. You're a data scientist by trade. So you're organized. We saw you were like the studious one making the notes in that one.
That was a good one.
And then I think you posted like your experimentation tracker as well
Yeah.
when
Mhm.
so I saw that and I'm like, oh yeah, she's like solid. And Vincent loves that, by the way. He's all about
I
the
can see that his
process and
personality.
yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. So I'm sure you came into the tent and did all of your due diligence in advance and probably got yourself as prepared as you possibly could for that experience. But what was something when you got into the tent that you totally were blown away by that you had no idea this was also part of it?
I think for me, one of the most, I guess, surprising as well as challenging was I never took into account is how experience really does matter. Because um, I am pretty young, so I've only been baking maybe for 5, max 10 years. But other bakers like Margaret and Dom and
Yeah.
even Joe, they've been just like cooking and baking for like probably more than my
Your
age.
life. Yeah.
So, and I
Yeah.
think that's what really surprised me. And it's that they're able to still have that passion.
Hmm.
One is the passion, and two is just like their knowledge. They're just so knowledgeable. Like they're able to incorporate obviously their decades of baking as well as cooking. Like the flavors that people come up with, like the flavor kings, like we got Cavi and Dom. It's just like I just at first, like before I walk into the show, I thought, okay, I feel like I'm a decent baker. I've tried a lot of recipes and I feel like I have done a lot of things. After walking the tent, I'm just like, no, like I this is like the tip of the iceberg, what I've done so far. Like there's so much more for me to learn and to explore. And I thought that was very exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. I'm glad that you saw it that way instead of seeing it as being daunting. Because what you did in
Mhm.
there, I mean, a lot of people have not done anything with like isomalt or pulled sugar or anything like that. A lot of people can't master a chiffon cake. A lot of people can't
Right?
incorporate tea into baking. You did all these things
All
masterfully
the time. You
all the
did it
Oh,
time.
multiple
thank
times
you.
through the season.
I've actually never worked with isomalt or fondant until I was preparing for the show. But it was really interesting to learn. And wafer paper. I've
Yeah.
never used wafer paper before, but I think I'm gonna use some wafer paper because I'm actually making Dan's cake this week. It's his birthday. So I think I'm gonna make
Woo!
him a full like wafer paper cake. Hope it turns out well. I'll make it tonight and tomorrow night. But yeah, just like all these new things that like I'm learning. It's
Yeah,
so
so
fun. So
fun.
much
Amazing.
fun.
It
Yeah.
really is fun.
Yeah. And you know what? And that was one of the things I think I really appreciated about what you brought to the show as well is not only your youthful energy, but I think you also, and I think Joe made mention of this as well during one of the episodes, is that you found very creative ways to do traditional things as well.
Your
So
hacks.
yeah, all the little hacks that you had that were time savers and just different ways of doing something just easier, working smarter instead of working harder. So yeah, and I think that was probably a great advantage for you. Probably, I don't know where you picked up some of that stuff, TikTok, Instagram, just being very ultra creative in finding new and inventive ways of just doing stuff. But yeah, I think
I think for sure. I mean, for my generation, I kind of have to use those social media. So I am guilty of using all those platforms to gain the hacks. But I think the hacks does come as a two-sided blade, to be honest, because I learned the hacks, and there's two reasons why I learned the hacks. One is because I just don't have enough time at that
Mhm.
point to kind of learn everything from scratch. For example, making a full puff. I think it does require so much experience. So instead, I kind of take a shortcut. However, that caused me a lot more trouble, a lot of just a lot harder to
Mhm.
troubleshoot on why things are going wrong. And so it's good and bad. There's definitely a lot of struggles as well that I experience as well. So I think at the end of the day, I will still continue to keep learning the full way. I would say the hacks will only get you so far. And it does have a creative side to it, but yeah, we have to think critically on
Yes.
how to use them.
I think that Jen is kind of a perfect hybrid between Vincent with the, the structure and everything, and Steven, who is like, I'm going to have fun and I'm going to learn the shortest and most efficient way of doing things. And you put them together, and there we have Jennifer.
You get Jennifer.
I'll blend right in with them.
Oh, yes, you will. That's for sure. Well, I know you're kind of short on time, so I wonder if we should swing right into our this or that game. What do you think, Christina?
Well, what do you think, Jennifer?
Sure. It depends on the schedule you guys have. Yeah, because I do have an event at my school this week. Is like really busy. We have something at 5:30. So yeah, I can stay until 5-ish.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Great.
So basically, when we play this or that, we just ask you a question and we say this or that, and you say the first thing that comes to mind.
Okay.
Sometimes it turns into some more talking. Sometimes it's just like, all right, that's all we have to say about that. So
I remember I was watching Dom's episode. Oh my God,
yeah?
this guy talks so much. Each question, he gave like a 5-minute, 10-minute explanation. I was like, Dom, just move on. Just move on. But like I always play you guys in the background when I bake. So it's like really, really nice to just listening in while I'm like baking and
That's so wonderful. So nice to hear. I mean, I don't think anybody ever listens to us. So when people say
so
they
thank
do,
you
I'm
for
like,
listening.
wow.
Oh no, they're so entertaining. And like my commute back home is like 1 hour. So it was like perfect time.
Perfect. Well, we do
awesome.
have a lot of episodes now, so at least we've got that back catalog for everybody to discover, which is great.
Totally.
All right, here we go. Cristina.
Tea or coffee?
Tea.
Shocking. I'm shocked by that. Are you shocked by that? I'm flabbergasted. I would never in a million years have guessed that.
Unless, I absolutely need the caffeine tea.
Right.
For sure.
Yeah, that's awesome. And you did so much baking with tea as well. It's almost like almost every single one of your bakes had
they were trying to count if they all did. Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of them did. Maybe not the Korean hot dog one, which was brilliant. I love that. I love the display.
So that had instant noodle powder in it or ramen powder.
Yeah, that was the ramen episode that we felt bad that that's what she was eating all the time.
Oh yes.
But that was so brilliant with that whole design and the corn dog, the Japanese corn dog ring. It was like,
thank you. I just combined my favorite foods, and that's it does come to mind if you see that instant noodle package for 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, I guess it would.
How can I use this in?
Yeah.
I really that's one thing I would like to taste that. Please.
It's good.
Mochi
it's
hot
good.
dog rings.
Those looked amazing. Yes.
Okay, sweet or savory?
Savory.
Yeah.
I actually don't have the biggest sweet tooth, to be honest. Most sweets, I can only eat a couple bites.
Yeah.
Except for Joe's. Oh my goodness, that woman. Everything she makes is so good. Like,
why am I not surprised?
Also, I was talking to her the other day, and we're saying how both our bakes is actually not too sweet. Like, so I really, really appreciate that, because sometimes like my tongue when I eat things that are too sweet, it gets a little bit like tangly, kind of like when you eat too much pineapple.
Right.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know, it's a genetic thing, I guess. Just not built to eat a lot of sweets. But
probably good
all the way.
But we're with you on the savory as well. So yeah.
Much prefer to eat savory than sweet, but and I always say that's good because I bake so much that I would end up being like much heavier. But then I'm getting heavier anyway, and I don't know what's going on with that.
Maybe you're gaining the muscle.
Oh
muscle way more than fat. That's all the muscle.
Muscle, yeah.
Oh my God, that day when I did when I was practicing for the Milfoy episode, I rolled out 8 puff pastries in 24 hours.
Wow.
My pecs were insane.
Nice.
And my
So you're
fork.
all like, so that's why you wore like the little spaghetti straps. So you could actually see how buff you were.
Yeah, so no, we're putting in the work for baking.
No
It is
kidding.
a
That's a
workout,
lot
right?
of work.
I
Yeah.
think people don't realize how physically demanding it is. And I would
Yes,
imagine,
exactly.
yeah, and in the tent when you're dealing with weather
Yeah.
and the time limits, you're just motoring. So,
Making the fudge.
Mhm.
yeah.
Uh,
Oh, don't remind me.
oh,
I
sorry.
what there's certain technicals I just like. Honestly, I think
Okay.
all of them I forget about.
Let's not remind you then.
Nope. Nope.
Next question then.
All right. Running or ultimate frisbee?
Ultimate Frisbee,
Oh,
all the
no
way. I
hesitation.
love Ultimate Frisbee. Like even with my busy schedule and like sleeping 4 hours a day, I would still play Ultimate Frisbee to sacrifice that 2 hour of sleep. It's so much fun, and I have like the best team, the best
Oh,
team.
that's
Oh,
So
very cool. Were you
yeah.
able to did you bring a frisbee with you to the tent and maybe get outside and throw the
Keep it
Oh, I
frisbee around
should
there?
have. I should have. No, I did not. I packed a suitcase. One suitcase was all clothes, and the other suitcase was all tea. So
Yes, probably.
yeah,
And you used it all for the bakes or
yes.
just to drink
I
through the
I I think so. I think I did use like all the different types I brought at the end. I try to incorporate it.
I love
Yeah.
it. I love
Do
it.
you have a favorite tea shop in the Vancouver area
Oh
that you
yeah,
get
that
your
was one
teas
thing
at
Vincent was
or
asking about.
yeah.
Oh, I actually don't. So like for baking, I think for baking especially, I don't think I need too high quality of the tea because like especially in the cakes, because I don't think you end up like reflecting it. But if you're
Hmm.
just drinking it, then nice ones would be good. Uh no, I actually do not know. If you guys know, let me know.
Okay.
But usually for the teas I drink, I get them from China, straight from the
Oh,
source directly.
And
And then
oh,
that's
I
what you
carry
brought
them
with
back.
you. That,
you've got a supplier.
My dad.
yeah,
Oh, that you're so lucky. Oh, that's
Yeah.
amazing.
that's a really
Uh,
good supplier.
yeah, yeah. And then the osmanthus is that I bought the flowers actually from my garden in China. They're like these little flowers that my
Right.
dad handpicked from the
Oh,
tree. So yeah.
that is
Yeah, we were
incredible.
talking about that a little bit because what was it? Somebody was saying, how does she have a neighbor that has osmanthus trees in Vancouver? And it was like, no,
Oh,
that's from China. She got
oh
that
yeah,
from
yeah,
China.
Yeah.
yeah.
And there was something else that I think you got from your neighbor.
I think lychee.
Oh yeah, that's what it
Yes,
was.
it was a
Mm,
lychee as well,
yes,
right? Yes.
yes. Because the trees are so big, it just dangles. No, I'm kidding. Like my dad, like my neighbor and my dad, they're like high school, university friends. They bought
So
the
Oh,
place together, so they're friends with each other.
they were
that's
Yeah.
happy
good.
to part with a few lychee for you.
Good suppliers
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
Nice.
Mhm.
Nice.
Okay. Traditional bake or more creative fusion bake?
Uh, that's a hard one. I would say more fusion because I do love traditional, but what I like even more is taking a creative view on traditional bake, I think. So I'll go with that one.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, I can see that with you definitely.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
And like Margaret the other day when we're talking back when we're filming, she was saying how she took a molecular gastronomy class. And oh
Mm.
my goodness, when I get a big girl job, that's the first thing I'm signing up for. I'm gonna go to Europe and book one of those classes. It sounds so fun. And she was telling
Those,
me like everything she learned from there. So
yeah,
yeah.
those are wild. Like
Insane. Kind of insane.
yeah, it
I
Yeah.
does.
was
Even when we
literally
learned to make the
the
caviar
caviar.
Yeah,
for one of the technicals,
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, it's so much easier than
yeah.
you think
Easier
too.
than you think it's going to be. I
Yeah.
know. I was just thinking the other day because I did that for the lenza. I made the caviar,
Mm,
which I have done before, but it's like again, you go, wow, this is so much easier than you think it's going to be. And then
yeah.
someone at work, because I brought the lenza to work, and someone was
Uh-huh.
like, what is that? How do you do that? And I was like, it's molecular gastronomy. And I was like,
Yeah,
I really want
exactly.
to take, yeah, I really want to take a course. I was thinking how much fun that would be because it's not just
Yeah.
making fruit caviar. It's like all kinds.
No, but there are
Yeah.
a couple of, yeah. Oh,
Oh,
sorry.
sorry.
I was just going to say there are a couple of people on Instagram that do that and show like little things. I can't remember, and I haven't seen them in a while on there, but there are a couple of people that actually just showcase that all the molecular gastronomy stuff, and super cool. And more
They
baking
are.
related too. Like,
Yeah, but I feel like a lot of them they need like all sorts of chemicals, like all those powder and like scientific names. I just look at those, I'm like, how do I even get that? I don't even know where to get that. I guess like maybe Amazon or something, but I'm just like,
Amazon,
it's
Yeah.
so much work.
you can check with your suppliers in China.
Let me check.
When you do your molecular gastronomy course, then you will learn how to sort.
Yes, I'm sure.
Exactly.
And in the
Yeah.
meantime, you can work with all of their stuff and not have to worry about sourcing it, right?
Yes.
When you do the course.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Very cool. All right,
Nice.
next one. Podcasts, music, or TV? What do you prefer while you're baking?
Music. One of my favorite things to watch are musicals. I
Oh,
love watching musicals. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited for Wicked Part 2.
You?
Oh, I love musicals. So, yeah, I just like love being able to. So I feel like they're kind of like a mix. Like musicals is kind of like a mix between music and TV.
yeah.
Because for me, like I'm not those people that can kind of multitask too well, like
Hmm.
to watch shows while doing other things. So I prefer
Yeah.
not to watch shows. So yeah, I would say musicals or
Musicals.
music, I guess.
Perfect.
Okay.
Mhm.
Do you have a favorite musical? Like, what's been your most favorite one that you've seen?
Okay, I'm listening. I'm listening carefully here.
Okay, I would have some and then I'll play them like 10 times in a
Mhm.
row during baking. Then I kind of get like almost tired of them. But
Yeah.
quite a lot. Like I mean a good one is like a classic one is like The Greatest Showman is one of
Yeah.
my favorites.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
good. Like the
Love
music and all thing. Wicked, so good. I love Wicked. I really want to watch the Broadway show one day.
Yes.
High School Musical.
Yes.
Very
That's
cheesy.
so good.
So cheesy, but so
It's
good.
So
I
so
can
good.
cheesy,
sing
it's so
every
good.
single song.
Gotta get your head in the game.
Yes.
Oh, it's so good. But yeah, my son loved High School Musical as well, and so I remember there was like a summer. That's all we watched and we played and the music, and we knew all the songs. You know,
Yeah.
it was so
Yeah,
fun, so good.
exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
my
And
son
then
and I
like
like to sing musicals together too. So
mhm.
I want to hear what other musicals.
I actually don't know that many. So please message me your list so I can play
Okay.
more when I'm baking. But like
Oh,
all the Disney ones are good. Like they
Oh
have
yeah,
songs.
they're
Yeah,
good.
those are
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
Yeah.
so good.
yeah. Okay. Baking as a science experiment or baking from family tradition?
Science experiment for sure. Well, my background, it's
Yeah.
like Shanika. She was saying how like she always does like a little bit of this, a little bit of that. No, I cannot. I was literally just like in my class yesterday, we were talking about like data science needs to be reproducible. It needs to be trustworthy. All these things. Blah blah. I was like, yeah, it needs to be reproducible for sure. Like if I make something, I better be able to make it again next time the exact same way.
Yeah,
And also because my family, I guess my dad cooks a little bit more, but like my mom doesn't really. So that family cooking didn't get passed down to me, unfortunately. But it's okay because I have so many new moms and dads and uncles and
right.
Yes,
so
you do.
I'll catch it from them.
Oh, you definitely will.
Fantastic. Oh
That's
yeah, you've got a whole new library of fun and incredible things to bake and enjoy.
Exactly. My family tree just bloomed.
Yes.
yes, it
Yes.
absolutely did.
That's amazing. Cool. All right. Drinking tea or baking with tea?
I would say baking with tea because you can make so many things with it. You can
Yeah.
make
Sure
a
can.
cream, custard, pudding, cake, cookies. Yeah,
Yeah.
so many more
Everything.
varieties.
So nice.
Exactly.
I
Yeah.
was so excited to see you bring out the Thai tea because I love making pastry cream with Thai tea. I just love the flavor of it and the color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful.
When I first had Thai tea for the very first time, I thought it was like food coloring. I was like, what kind of tea have that kind of color? But
Yeah,
it's so good. So
it
good. I
is.
want to go to Thailand just to drink Thai milk tea every day.
Yeah, it's beautiful and delicious. So,
Mhm.
yeah, that was
Yeah.
very exciting to see.
Yeah.
And what kind of teas did you use? You used oolong? You
Mhm.
used, jasmine?
I use jasmine for the
Yeah.
pie,
Okay.
jasmine green tea. um oolong for the cake.
Mhm.
I use Earl Grey for my
Mhm.
last
Right.
fairy tale cake.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I didn't use black tea, unfortunately, because I thought it was too common. I just never got to it. I used Thai milk tea.
Mhm.
Uh, I used matcha for like the scone, but it didn't turn out that well because too dry, which is so true. I didn't think of that. Like these, another thing is like getting the feedback from the judges. It's like
Yeah.
you'll be like wondering for days, pondering for days or weeks why your recipe is like didn't turn out perfect, but you don't know why. And they
Yeah.
just like right there, like one sentence, and that solved your mystery. So that was
Where
cool.
were they when you were doing your practice bake?
True.
Right?
True. Yeah.
You call up
Uh,
Bruno, you're like, hey, we met at
Ring,
the
ring him up.
2 years
Yeah. Can
ago.
I bring you a sample of something? I just want to see what your thoughts are.
Yeah, be there in an hour.
Yeah.
That black
Yeah.
sesame that you put in the buns, like had that worked for you before? Like this is one of the ones that you had to develop later in the your time in the tent, probably.
Yes, exactly. So
Yeah.
like that idea kind of just came like pretty fresh. So I
Mhm.
didn't get to try it out that much. It was just like an idea I had. And I was like, eh, why not? Because like at that point in the tent, I was just like truly just like let me see how creative I can be. I didn't really like think about the consequences to be honest, because I was truly just like happy to be there and
Yeah,
like I just want to leave an impression, you know?
you
Like I
did.
want to try
Yes,
every
we
like
did.
I try not to have any repeating flavors.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Anything I bake, and I guess my library of recipes is not as broad as um the other more
More
experienced
seasoned.
bakers. Exactly. So yeah, like why not, you know? Like it just
I think
came to mind. I was like, I'll give it a try.
it would be a beautiful flavor combination with that
Yeah.
Thai
I
tea.
Oh,
think
totally.
so.
Yeah.
So I'll keep on working on that
Good.
recipe. Dan saw the episode and he's like, I'm gonna try those. And I was like, why don't you perfect it and
Yeah.
send me the recipe because
Yes,
you're
he's
the bread
the bread
person.
guy. He knows all
Yes,
about the hydration and
exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was
I
like,
think
can you
Vincent
do
is
it, please?
mulling it over too, because when we
yes.
did our scrap recap, that's airing actually right now. It's just posted. So,
I can't wait to watch it.
and we were talking about it, and just kind of deciding, okay, well, because you ground up the black sesame, right? Or did you
I
have?
actually use sesame paste.
Face.
So
Oh,
like I
okay,
think it
right,
depends
yeah.
on the texture you choose will
Hmm.
also differ. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I said I have some black sesame powder, and I wonder if
Mm,
that would work. And then
hmm
Vincent said he didn't think the flavor would come through, but you would have to kind of balance it with all the other things because he said, well, if you have paste, then it's got the extra things that they've added into the paste, so it wouldn't be the right ratios. But I think you could figure that out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it will take quite a lot of experimentation that
Yeah,
I
so let
didn't have
Dan do it.
time
I
for.
like your idea of
Exactly,
passing it on to the
exactly.
bread expert, Dan. Yeah. Yeah. Dan, take this and run with it and let me know when you've got it perfected and then I'll finish it.
Yes,
You
yeah,
you do the
exactly.
bun. We'll do a collab.
Exactly. I'll make the pastry cream.
Yes. Yeah,
Perfect.
perfect.
That's
I'm gonna
awesome.
I'm gonna skip this next one because I feel like we've asked this question a couple
Mhm.
of different ways. So I'm gonna go straight to baking for your sister or baking for your boyfriend.
No, not on TV. I cannot choose.
Oh no. Okay. Well, you can be so Larry Harris, who's also a very good bread guy from Great Canadian Baking Show.
Mhm,
He is hilarious because when we had him on, he could
mhm,
not make a choice on anything. So he would
mhm.
just sit there and go both,
Yeah,
like
every single
pretty much
question.
every single question,
This
almost.
guy, he does not understand the question, how this game
And
works.
even because we do this or that on our Instagram as well.
Mhm,
And
mhm.
same thing, usually. So we've added kind of both or other
Or
options.
Larry.
Basically for
So
Larry. We should
funny.
just call it the Larry option
Yeah,
moving
the Larry
forward.
Mhm.
option. People are starting to know what that means now. But
But yeah,
okay,
it's so we can you can take this one as a Larry if you want.
I'll
yes.
take the free pass.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. You're
Okay.
taking the free pass.
Good
Okay.
But
save.
obviously these two people are incredibly important to you and you could tell that because I think there was you showed them a lot of love through the season as well, especially your sister with
Favorite
Oh, she's
sister, your
so
only
funny.
sister.
The
Carmen,
first
right?
episode was like, yes, Carmen. She had the first episode because they kind of edit the B-roll differently. Like I guess like they put a little bit in the first one, a little bit in the second one. She was so mad. She's like, why do I have no screen time? Why does Arnold have so much screen time? And then like after, because I think the first bake too, like the cake, I was talking about how like it's for Joffrey because I hype with Arnold. She's like,
Yeah.
do you have any bakes for me? Do you have any? Like I was like, I do, I promise. It's later. She's like, okay. And then I did the pie for her, and she's like,
Yeah.
mine's only a signature. Arnold got the showstopper.
Wow. But she got the beautiful isomalt
That's what I told her.
tart, which was spectacular.
Yeah, no, they're really funny. Like Carmen and Arnold's, they just love to bicker with each other.
That is so fun.
This was a really good question for us to choose then.
Yeah,
That was kind of fun.
obviously. Wow. Well, we
All right.
don't mean to add any additional strife to the
It's fine. It's already there. You'll meet them both on Sunday. You'll see.
Awesome.
Oh, so cool. So
We'll be like, hey,
looking forward to
now
it.
no fighting.
Yeah, there's no fighting. Exactly. All right, which leads us to our last question of the day. And you had to answer this one for Great Canadian Baking Show. And I thought this was so sweet. Like this is one of the sweetest moments. And so one of the things I want to ask you is if you've actually had one since then and made up your mind. But we're talking about butter tarts and raisins or no raisins.
I actually haven't had one yet because I wanted to either make one myself or like try it from like either a really nice bakery or like one of the bakers. I don't want to just go to like Tim Hortons and get one and then
Good
weigh my
plan.
opinion on it on that. So I actually have not. I've been wanting to make it. I was gonna make it during my reading break last week. That was my plan, but I made croissants instead. And that kind of
That's
tired
how
me out after 2 days.
Butter tarts are easier.
Yeah,
That's
so
true.
but yeah, I think you guys sent me a recipe. Jen also sent me the recipe from previous season. She was like,
Oh,
yeah, like
perfect.
these are my best recipes. But then she also was like, if you ever come to Victoria, I was like, maybe I'll just wait till I go to Victoria.
Yes, come to Victoria because that's where
Yeah.
I am. And Jen and I hang out sometimes and I get to do flavor testing for her. So
That
yeah,
is so
she
cool.
had a cinnamon bun baking day and she made like 8 different varieties of cinnamon buns. And she's like, can you come over and be a taste tester? I was like, yes, I can. And so it was just like
Oh,
tasting and rating. And then we went for a
I'm
walk.
so jealous.
Oh yeah,
Oh
but
my
you should
God.
just come over. It's easy.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay. You're right. You're
Yeah.
right. I'll put it
I'll
on
be
my
happy to
list.
hang with the two Jens. That's
Yeah.
fine with me.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jen sandwich. That'd
Yes.
be cool.
Sounds great.
Jen
Well,
squared plus Lisa.
yeah, yeah, that's all good. Usually I'm surrounded by Lisa. Well, I mean, in my age group, it's mostly Jennifer's and Lisa's anyway. So yeah, everyone born in like the early 1970s is either a Jennifer or a Lisa
Hmm.
or a Chris.
Really?
And I married a Chris, so that's kind of funny. And I don't know how
You
I
fit
got
right into the stereotype.
totally. And I mean, when I was signing up for our email address, I tried Chris and Lisa at shaw.ca and somehow I got it. And I'm like, there must be so many couples that are named Chris and Lisa that are our age. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
But somehow I got it.
Or Dave and Karen.
Dave, definitely. Yeah.
That's another
David.
popular combination.
My name would have been Sean if I was a boy. So there's another one. So
Mm.
Oh my goodness.
boring.
Oh
But
man.
Jennifer's a great name. Lisa's okay now. I'm okay with it.
That's good. That's good. I'm glad.
You're hilarious.
Yeah, so I will answer that question eventually. I promise.
Eventually, but not quite
Yes.
yet. But what do you feel about raisins in baking in general?
I'm not a huge raisin person, but I do like raisin bread, like Asian raisin milk bread. It's really
Oh,
good.
yeah.
So there's that. But other than that, I don't think I usually like raisins because I just find them like too sweet. So I don't. My mom used to put them like also because my mom used to put them in oatmeal the whole time I was growing up. I already hate oatmeal as a kid, and I eat raisins too. It was not a good combo for me.
I
So,
like raisins and oatmeal.
anyways, I think it's
Okay,
an old people thing.
you can have all of our raisins.
I'll take your
in
raisins
your
and
oatmeal.
oatmeal. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oatmeal cookies though are good. Raisins and
true,
oatmeal cookies
true,
are actually good because
true.
but
Yeah,
yeah,
so I
and
think
in
I
breads.
have heard of the third option, pecan, And I think that will be my favorite, to be honest. But we'll see. We'll see one
Yeah.
day. I'll
All right.
definitely make a full review on it.
There you
Perfect.
go. That would be awesome. We'd love to
Yeah.
see an update from you on your journey to Butter Tart Land.
Yeah, because like apparently there's a store, a bakery in the Sioux where Ryan lives that just sells butter tart. And
Yeah,
he will
that's right.
always sends pictures. I was like, damn, that looks so good.
Yeah,
But it's like a 7-hour flight for me to get there.
that's
Yeah.
a problem, right? And there's also in Ontario, they have an annual Butter Tart Festival as
Festival.
well.
Yes, I heard. Shanika told me. So maybe I think it's around like June or something,
Yeah.
somewhere in the
The
summer. So
second,
maybe,
second,
We did a whole episode with
second-
Karen Mealing all about the Butter Tart Festival, so you can learn a lot
okay.
about it. It's very fascinating, actually. She
Yeah.
was great. Yeah.
yeah, that
Yeah.
was fun.
It's
Okay.
a pretty recent episode, so
Oh, nice. I'll definitely catch
you'll
up
get
on
all
that.
the information.
There you go.
Well, I think we're doing pretty well for time. We're just about at
Yes.
5 o'clock. But before we wrap up, do you have a baking scrap that is a tip or a trick that we could share? One of your hacks, maybe, that we could share with
Yeah.
our audience?
That's a good one. Let me think. There's so many. There's so many. Good question. I should have thought of this. I think like when I was watching one of the episodes, I was like, oh, I put in a note, a mental note. I was like, oh, they asked that question. So like I think Dara or Margaret, and it went silent for like a minute. I was like, I should prepare for that question when it comes.
Well, and you have all these tips and tricks that you used on the show as well.
Really, we should be preparing you. We should be like, hi, we're booking this. This is what we're going to do. And please prepare something ahead of time. But
I actually don't have too much because to be honest, I think I am pretty lucky. Like a lot of times when I try a recipe, it usually works out. Oh, I'll say like follow the instructions. Just
that's a
follow
good
the
one.
instructions on the recipe. Because I think to me, like, I don't think baking is hard, but I have a lot of friends that think baking is hard. And then I bake with them
Mhm.
and they just like, oh, the recipe says this, but they do something else. I was like, well, maybe that's why it didn't turn out. So
Yeah.
just I would say like follow the instructions. Usually if it doesn't turn out good, it might not be you. It might be just the recipe. It's not a good recipe. So just try another recipe.
Yeah,
And if
perfect.
you have friends that are bakers, you can also ask them for recipes that are usually trial and tested, try and
Yeah.
true. So I think that will make your baking life a lot easier.
Yeah. Yeah.
Excellent
And
advice.
don't be afraid of failures, I would say, because just think of every failure as a learning lesson. I think that's kind of how I took it for the tent as well. And I think that's what kind of pushed me to keep learning and growing as well. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
don't get devastated. Be happy that you learned one day if it didn't work out your way.
Yeah. Wonderful piece of advice. Wise words from
Thank you.
very wise words.
I feel
So
like I aged 10 years already in the
Well,
past.
when you said in there, what was it you said? Baking is like raising children, or you do your best, but you
Oh,
never
puff
know how
pastry.
puff pastry. And I was like, how old is she?
you're right.
No,
It's so true.
it's just like when I was like well during our downtimes we'll sit and chat and then a lot of bakers they have kids and I just hear from them about obviously they talk about the kids there's good and bad and I was like damn I guess and I think about my mom like my parents you know
Yeah.
and
Try
then so
your
I was like
best.
you do try your best but
You never know.
they don't I
No.
would say they don't always turn out bad but it's not the way you always expect it.
Yeah,
That's true.
fair. But
Yeah.
sometimes, things happen for a reason, right? Whether it's a learning experience or whether it's something that you do and it turns out magically beautiful or whatever, and taking those chances, like you did, with, applying for the show, making it on, having such an incredible run, on season 9. That's what life's about, is just putting it all out there and seeing where life will bring you. So
For sure.
you're a perfect example of that.
Yes.
Thank you.
You did a
Just trying to
fantastic.
live in the moment.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Well, yeah.
Well, thank
And
you for taking the time to spend with us today. It was
It
so
was
much
very
fun.
nice. Very nice talking to you guys.
Really
So good
nice
to
talking
see.
to you too.
We look forward to meeting you on Monday.
Sunday,
Oh, yeah, Sunday. I
not on
don't know
Monday.
what day it is. Sunday. We look forward to meeting you on Sunday.
Yes, I can't wait. Can't wait to see you guys on
That'll be
Sunday.
great. Can't wait. Thank you so much,
Fantastic.
Jennifer.
Thank
Have
you.
an
Okay,
awesome rest of your day.
bye.
Thank you. Bye
Bye.
bye.
She was lovely.
Oh, did you
Everything I
expect?
thought she would be.
Exactly, right? Her energy, she's so bubbly and just so fun. Like she's just got this great attitude and wisdom beyond the years as well.
Yes.
But still that fun, youthful, and that creativity and just being able to be taking all those chances with, leaving nothing, no stone unturned and just
Yeah.
going for it. So
Yeah. I think she is definitely a perfect mix of Stephen and Vincent, as we said.
I don't disagree with you there. I don't
I
disagree with you
haven't seen
there.
it before, but today I was like, wait a second here.
Yeah. And I think, you know what? Obviously, that worked out really well for her. I
Mhm.
mean,
Yeah.
making it all the way to
Yeah.
week 7,
Mhm.
semifinals.
Yeah. Pretty
Very,
impressive.
very impressive. She should
Yeah.
be so incredibly proud of everything that she's done.
It seems like she's not unsettled at all by where she finished. She's extremely happy with everything that she did. She was even when she was at, the semifinals and being like, okay, what am I going to do for this bake? She went for it, you
Yeah,
know? She was like,
totally
I want to have fun
unfazed.
with this. Let me just do it.
Yeah. Absolutely. And you gotta love that. You gotta love the spirit in people who will just, dust themselves off from a bake that maybe didn't go as well as they were hopeful for.
Yeah.
Dusting themselves off, getting it done. And
Mhm.
and she did that finale or the semifinal cake that she did, the fairy tale cake was just so beautiful
It was
and interactive. She's the only one who had the interactive with the
the
little
element.
fountain. Yeah.
Yeah, that was so
So
beautiful. Oh,
yeah.
butterfly pea tea. She also used that.
Yes,
You
she
didn't
did.
mention
That's one
that.
of your
Yes.
favorites. Yeah.
Yes, it's one of my favorites. I love its secret magical powers.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so as she said, don't look at failures as or what I guess non-successes as being the end, right? And we always say fail means first attempt in learning.
That's
And I
right.
think that Jennifer already at her young age has got that figured out.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
I love that she wanted to share that with everybody,
I love that too. I really
along
do.
with follow the recipe.
Yes, follow the recipe, especially the first time you make it. Yeah, because you know what? Like I've seen, like I know when I've been doing research for different recipes or whatever and seeing what people have, and I'll read some of the comments to kind of understand, what people like about it, what don't they like about it, that kind of stuff. And almost every single time there's
Yeah.
that one person who goes, this recipe didn't work for me. And
Yeah.
then, they
I
the author.
substituted this.
Yeah, exactly. And you're like, so, I substituted,
Rice bran instead of flour, and I didn't use any eggs.
exactly. And then, instead of butter, because I don't want the extra fat, I, decided to put banana in there, you know,
What a
and
terrible recipe.
it was horrible. Exactly. I'm like, seriously, you didn't make the recipe. And
That's right.
and why are you giving this poor baker 1 star for her
Yeah.
recipe when you're the one who didn't do anything? Sorry,
Facts.
rant is over.
Preach.
Please don't do that. Please don't do that. That's not cool. It's
My
not fair.
my kids used to watch this um Christian kids artist, the Donut Man. It was really ridiculous quality videos that we used to watch. But there was this one sketch that he did, and he was running around with all these kids, and they're talking about all the mess ups you can make when you're baking a cake. And it's like, follow the directions before you start. Follow the directions and it won't fall apart. And it actually was going through my head while she was talking about that. Now I'm going to have it in my head for the rest of the night.
Oh no.
Yeah. Follow the directions before you bake a cake. Anyway.
But very good piece of advice.
Mm.
Yeah. So
Yeah. Yeah, it's biblical, apparently. There we
I
go.
don't recall seeing it in the Bible ever,
Not
but
like that.
sure, yeah, not exactly in those exact words, but
No, but following the directions and reading the recipe is definitely important.
important,
Yeah.
especially if you're just starting your baking journey.
Hmm.
Very, very important. And then as you get more comfortable, then you can start making and when you understand it a little bit more in terms of the science of it and how things interact with each other, then have fun. Go at her. Have a great time experimenting with
Feel free to use rice bran instead of flour if you know what it's going to do and how to compensate for it.
exactly. And what else you might have to add in there. Exactly. Yeah.
Yes,
So
exactly.
true.
Very true. Well, thank you for being here with me, Cristina.
Thank you, Lisa. Always a great time chatting with these wonderful bakers. I mean,
Wonderful.
again, how lucky are we? And then
You're
how
so lucky.
lucky are we that we actually got an invite to the watch party on Sunday as
I
well, where we
know.
get to actually meet them in real life.
It's going to be great. And next time I see you will be on Sunday.
Will be, yes,
Yay!
at Joe's watch party. So we cannot wait. And one more recap to go as well with the fabulous Baker Boys. Can't believe the
Yeah,
season's almost done.
I can't either.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well, it's been a busy one, but a lovely
Yes.
one. And we've almost made it through.
Yes,
We
again,
got this.
we do.
Yeah. And so do you.
Yes, you do. Just
Happy
follow the
baking, everyone.
directions.
Yeah, follow the directions. Have a
Happy
great day. Happy
baking.
baking.
Bye.
Now she says, follow the directions before you start to bake. Follow the directions if you want a good cake.
This should play automatically every time someone leaves a 1-star review after substituting 6 ingredients.